Hello, everyone. Min here, bringing you some more Brawlhalla action, and the conclusion of Autumn Championship 1v1 for 2025 Brawlhalla has already concluded. So I'm going to show my replays of my games that led me to my top 65 placement in the event. So yeah, here's the first game. This was round one pools. It was against a Scythe player. Not sure on their rank, but it was a pretty. It was not too difficult of a win for me. There was a little bit of struggle in the second game, but here we go. Grim Phantom.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Of course, I was on the Hattori. I found that Hattori has just the smoothest attacks and movements, so I decided to go with Hattori as my first pick. As you can see, I'm zoning them out with Spear really well. Of course, their Lance gave me a bit more trouble than their Scythe this game, but seeing as how I've known Lance for so long since I've played Lance, I could counter it pretty well.
GG.
Okay, game two. Game two, they adapted a bit more to my playstyle, focusing on the Scythe. But thankfully, they gave me a little bit of trouble, but I eventually just outperformed them by adapting even more than they have. Yeah, they punished my dodge in real well. It feels like they're reading like my inwards movement really well. So I kind of had to mix things up. So I started playing a bit more laid back instead of as aggressive. Scythe may have been nerfed quite a bit, but the damage output of Scythe is still rather commendable, considering you can take someone to 70 damage just from one good read. Technically, that might be 2 reads, though, because you might have to read like their aerial movement too while you're in mid-read. Okay, I was actually starting to sweat during this part. I don't have too much of a sizable lead, so I was starting to lock in now. But then now this is when I start relaxing again because I built up a sizable lead again. GG's, dude. So after pools, I had to wait a bit, so I played some ranked. Okay, this is where we face some trouble. Round 2 in pools. Technically round 3 because we got a free win for round 1 because of seeding issues. But this next round against Athena is a real problem for me.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Athena is a level 100 Kaya. And honestly, I find them to be just as good as Impala, because when I fight Impala, it could go either way. And same for me against Athena, it could go either way. But like, since my mental was off, they totally dismantled my Hattori. And bear with me too, because my Hattori is only like level 43. So my experience on Hattori is still rather underdeveloped compared to their knowledge of their legend. So like, what just happened right there, that kind of tilted me right off the bat already. Because, like, I misinputted here. Like, look. I meant to dash and then sidelight, but I accidentally misinputted it and gravity cancel, so they just got a free read on me, and that kind of set the precedent for the rest of the game. Like, I don't know what the heck happened there. 2 jumps, 3 jumps. Kaya might be Hattori's worst matchup, because they basically have the same speed as you, but their strength and their defense is better than you. And the dex isn't too much of a factor. Yeah, that dodge. I should not have dodged there. That's a bad habit that I need to avoid. Unfortunate. Yeah, this is what Crocky was talking about, how Bow is a really good matchup and counter pick against Spear. Like, this downlight, it's just perfectly away so that side light can't reach you, and neutral light is a risky choice if you were a Spear. Yeah, that was rough. And since we are still early in the tournament, it's only best out of 3, so I do not have much time to adapt. I decided to panic swap over to Scarlet, and it almost worked out too.
Three, two,
But
one,
unfortunately, Athena
brawl!
has too much of a mental momentum that it's going to be tough. But thankfully, my Lance was able to put a little bit of some brakes on Athena's aggressiveness because they were playing scared more against my Lance for some reason. Okay, that's actually some insane damage output. I may need to give Lance an extra chance in terms of play rate. 14 damage off of that dare. 16 damage off of that dare. So yeah, that's some good damage even if you're just landing straight hits. So yeah, that's pretty good. Scarlet may still be a relevant pick for me. That was a pretty sweet interaction there. Exhausted recovery is really underrated. Wait, what damage were they even at? Okay, 186, so that makes sense. I mean, that's just free 32 damage off of that, so that's insane. Okay. My favorite read is downlight into reaction sidelight. But in this case, I'm pretty sure doing another downlight probably would have been the better call. Or like a X pivot dare, that would work too. I didn't even need to jump for this. I could have just sidelighted, man. Okay. What is that, man? What is that? Are you serious? Their foot doesn't count there. What? What? I am flabbergasted, man. Can you tell me what this is? I mean, that's gotta be the most weirdest interaction I've ever seen. That was not in my favor. I mean, I don't get tilted at this game very easily, but if I do, it's usually because of bogus things like that. And that did not help my situation. Okay, at this point it's pretty much even. All of these whiffs are really hurting though. Yeah, that dodge is not gonna make it through that.
Victory!
And then, so begins my loser bracket run. After Athena, my first losers bracket match is against a pretty good 7 player from House of Greatsword.
3, 2, 1. Brawl!
DAFK 57. Now at this point, I was just playing with the intention of trying to take down as many players as I can before I'm inevitably eliminated. And also, what is this? Okay, that was the worst dodge in the history of Brawlhalla. You try to dodge a Sig, you still get hit by it anyways, and then your dodge is still in cooldown, so you get hit by the whole spear string. So basically, 7 is insane, guys. And also, that hitbox is crazy, man. See, this is what I don't like about the hitboxes, because why is my hitbox that high when my head is clearly lower than that? Like, and then you go back to the earlier example with, like, Scarlet's lance literally stabbing Kaya's foot, but it doesn't count. So yeah, I do not like how that worked. And also, how did they get their dodge back? I'm pretty sure they didn't touch yet, right? Yeah, like they are literally still sweating. So how do you get your dodge back, buddy? Yeah, they burn their dodge, boom, boom, and they get it back. Like, that's something Kostelix made a point about. Is like there needs to be more, there needs to be less leniency about like getting your dodge back mid strings. Okay, at this point I'm on the back foot. But you know me, my clutch potential is always there. As long as I'm not tilted. At this point, I'm trying to play to Spear Strength, which is being able to zone people out with minimal risk. So as long as I zone this 7 out and not get hit by it, or get hit by them, I rather, then it's basically like my deficit is like null and void. Like, only your stock counts. Your health does not count nearly as much as your stock in most cases. Especially when you're against a weapon like Spear where they struggle killing on the ground. So yeah, this is actually still somewhat even as long as you avoid the kill moves. And that's my mindset that allows me to outgrind people when I'm at a deficit. Like, you could literally be at dark barbecue health and still grind out your stock and still come out ahead, as long as you know what moves to make for maximum efficiency in terms of damage dealing and knockout potential. And just like that, I've evened it up. And look at that, now we have a lead. Now it's even again. And I think their biggest mistake was staying on Spear. Nice. I mean, I fumbled there, but it's fine. That was the scariest moment of the set. This part. If I was on 4 defense, that would have killed. But since I'm on defense stance, we're able to have a chance.
Good game.
And that made me rethink my plan about how 5 defense versus 4 is still a difference. That right there. Game 2. Game 2, we move to Small Lion's Fortress.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
At this point, I'm starting to warm up to my opponent's strategies now. That was an insane dodge. Sword putting in work right now. At this point, I'm sitting pretty comfortably, so I can afford to take a little bit of risk. Sword for KOs. GG's, dude. After fighting against that person, next on my losers run is a player named Yaku, I believe. Now, they're mostly a hammer player.
2, 1, brawl!
And honestly, this set seemed to be the most evenly matched set of all. Just intense gameplay all around between me and this player. Nice. that side air hit, it would have been over, but now this is going to be prolonged. And I was really fearing a first loss of this set. But thankfully they got rid of the hammer, but now they got it back again. Thankfully I had a dodge. Risky, but I got back. Like, that's just like my gift. I'm just so good at surviving last hit situations. Do you see that? I'm still alive? Oh, man. Game 1, he takes it. Game 2, we're at Demon Island, and I take this time.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
This is some grueling gameplay. Insane GC on their part. Could not punish that GC, unfortunate. You guys noticed that I really like to get kills from the ceiling. And Demon Island has a high ceiling, but I'm willing to play on Demon Island because I feel like playing neutral on a flat map always feels better. And since I'm Hattori, having high speed on a bigger stage is a good thing. Okay, that's a thing I need to do more often. Weapon throw, interrupting the SIG. Pick up. Get a punish. Like, if I know how to do that more often, I think I can. I think that's the defining factor that'll let me beat those higher elo players. Like, people that are like 2600 or higher. Scores 1-1. He switches to Bodvar. Kind of threw me off guard since he's opting into a Sword Ditto. But I think he just wants the extra strength. Could not punish that GC. I know it's a recurring theme with this set. I am really struggling to punish this guy's bad habits. And that's why the fight is much closer than it should be. Could not punish that. See? This is a really chronic issue with this guy. Fumbled that. Makes life much harder. That feels so bad. Dying before someone that's more damaged than you is always a morality dump. Morality? Morale dump. Morality is being a good person. Morale is like your motivation to keep fighting. This guy's unarmed is going crazy right now. And he's really punishing my recovery spams, and he shuts me out. At this point, he left the lobby because he thought that this is best of 3, but it turns out since we're out of pools, we're no longer in pools, so it's best out of 5. So I get the second win that I need to win. Now, I'm like, my back's against the wall. This is tournament game right now. If I lose this, I'm out. So, of course, I hop onto the Scarlet and hope for the best.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
I don't mind playing the Hammer Ditto. I just want to be able to hit harder. Mix up ground pound. I'm just like, man, I wish I had a pogo dare just like Spear, but I'm on Lance. Oh well, ground pound. Should have went for Sayer. Misinput. That's some baloney right there. Okay, it looks like I should have touched. And I should have touched again, but it didn't. I mean, that could have rattled anyone, but I was like, screw it, man, I need to win this, so I'm just gonna lock in. That's something I really favor about Lance over Spear, is that it has just more direct... It's better at direct confrontations, while you're just moving in towards the enemy and hitting them. But Spear, it's more like... Spear is more about keeping your distance. Okay, this part is big. Being able to secure a stock lead out of nowhere, though. He did not expect me to go for this. And then the mental momentum shifts. Ensig lost. Very interesting. Must be the startup frames. Yeah, it's startup frames. Okay, I did not want things to end like last game with that side save. I was starting to lose hope. But then, this is the momentum I needed. I was like, okay, he's recovering high. Boom. Gotcha, man.
Wow! Wow!
Deficit
Wow!
into decisive win. So now, is that game 5? I meant, is that game 4 and we're going into game 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're now going into a game 5 situation, guys. And now, Yaku is now going on to the Sentinel pick.
1, brawl!
To be fair, Sentinel pick is a good pick, because the defense will off-put my strength. This is my zone now. I'm in the zone. Yaku is on tournament stock. That hit like a truck. How much damage was that? 119. 25 damage, right? Okay, this is where things get tense. Whoever has damage lead is actually going to have the mental lead. And it's pretty even so far. Uh-oh. Whoa, dude. Okay, nice. Opting for the hammer for the kill. This is big. Nice. Barely pulling through to the next round of losers. Now at this point I'm guaranteed top 65. But of course, we must fight Theo, my ranked demon, in order to make it into past top 65. Theo's my ranked demon, level 100 Cassidy player.
1, brawl!
Honestly, having to fight Theo, like, fighting Cassidy's in general is a really big curveball in competitive play. So I was struggling hardcore. And it didn't help that I was stuck on hammer a lot. Okay, this is big. This is big. Nice. And just like that, deficit erased. Things are getting tense. Nice. Upside to Demon Island, small wall. Game 2.
3, 2,
1-0.
brawl.
Same map. I'm still opting to the Scarlet since she's still warm from the win against Yiku. Reverse 3-stocking Theo seems to be out of my realm. But it doesn't hurt to try. This might have been my biggest mistake. Game 3, 1-1.
Brawl.
I swapped to Orion because I felt like Hammer's not doing much, so what's the harm in having Spear too? That Hammer side sig though. Playing scared with Orion's Lance neutral sig not hitting grounded as readily as Scarlet is kind of playing a factor too. It made me more hesitant to how I read. And on top of that, I had to like retrain my brain to play differently since I'm on Orion now too. And that probably was the biggest mistake of this set. I should have stayed Scarlet the whole set.
Game.
And well, I swapped to Hattori, even though Lance was what got me the win against Theo. And Scarlet signatures in particular, like having Hammer sidestep again on Demon Island, that could have clutched it, but silly me, I chose Hattori. And as you can see,
Brawl.
it went miserably. But this tournament's really taught me something though. Because I need to be more steadfast in my dedication to maining a legend. I mean, there's a difference between having flexibility and there's a difference between having consistency. Like, having a pool of legends to pick from, you have flexibility and your counter pick, sure. But being able to have consistency is what matters, because the more you win, the less work you have to do to make up for your deficits. Like, even just winning exchanges in neutral, that's still making it easier on you. So the fact that I have to adjust my playstyle to fit whatever legend I'm playing, that's just extra work too. So this tournament has taught me I need to lock into a single character the whole way through. But it's tough though, because I need a character where I can adapt playstyles based on who I'm fighting so that I don't have to swap to a legend that defines my playstyle, if you get what I mean. You define the legend, you don't make the legend define you. And unfortunately, I'm letting the legend define me, and that's why I'm at a deficit when it comes to having to contemplate changing mains mid-set.
Obliteration.
So yeah, GG's to Theo. Theo actually managed to get top 8 this tournament. Or maybe like top 10. I don't think they got featured on the stream, so they got top 8. Top 10. I mean, if we're counting just losers bracket alone, yeah, they're top 10 in losers bracket, but we gotta count the winners bracket too, so they were like top 10, top 12-ish. I don't know if they got streams, but they did really well. Theo's got a good run this tournament, so props to them. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my analysis and rewatching of my Autumn Championship 1v1 Brawlhalla sets. And stay posted and have a good one. Peace.